Do listen to the people that disagree with you, and in fact, they probably will be your best teachers. And seek out with those people who are your opponents and not your enemies, seek out whatever you can find that you agree on, because then you have the beginnings of a basis of common understanding. You plant your seeds in common soil, then you have the beginnings of the chance to have something that will flower into a resource that will work for both sides. Things do happen fast, very short turnaround time. We've talked about that. Formed testimony is largely useless. You know, testimony does two things. It can convey numbers of people who support or oppose a measure, and it can convey actual information. Formed testimony only does one thing. And, you know, often people will set up little websites and say, just click here and your testimony will go in. And the legislature, you know, we've left a little blank space for you to put in your own comments, and people will be really happy to see that. And it's not going to happen. Civil unions, you know, the very contentious issue of civil unions. We've had formed testimony coming up like, you know, stacks. Thousands of pages, and it's like, if you think legislators are going to go through, I wonder if somebody has something individual to say in this stack. It's not going to happen. But if you write out 2 lines, 3 lines, and send it in independently, it will be read. So be a good resource. If you missed a deadline, turn your testimony in anyway, because that becomes a basis for future production. And do keep in mind that once you get the political virus, it doesn't have to be fatal, but you will have it for the rest of your life. You get it, you've got it, you're going to have to spend the rest of your life with it. But the way that you can keep it from becoming fatal is to participate in your own governance for the rest of your life. And so treatment is active participation in your own democracy. Always be welcome in our office, because it is your office. And I always want to end with my favorite cartoon on the planet. I've been looking at this cartoon for 20-some years, and it's as true today as it was at the beginning. And I just love this thing. It's real, you know? And I'll say that I put this in here for several reasons. One is, you know, this is really what we all wanted, was a simple little tree swing. But we all have different ways of seeing things. There are at least 9 different versions of reality. Some of these are just wonderful. Look at this, as reported by the media. Last night I did this presentation for the former editor of a newspaper, and I said, pardon me, but, you know, and she said, oh, yeah. But, you know, the newspapers aren't reporting something badly because they wanted to. They're in as big a rush as the rest of us. And so there are at least 9 different versions of reality. The people, the other 8 people aren't evil. They see it differently. But I mostly put this in here to remind people that we're doing deadly serious work at the Capitol, and sometimes it literally is about life and death. And so bring a little lightness, bring a little levity to your task, and lighten the load for all of us by doing so. A little laughter goes definitely a long ways. And that's kind of what I got to say about that. I will say that, well, I've never really finished. The legislature did change the website yesterday. And so here's where you will go to find Senate, House, archives, in legislative information. They expanded that, and let's actually see what's in here. This is where you will find, oh my goodness, grant and aid budget worksheets. This is all designed by year. And I think that's about it. The legislature did, the folks did like our new newsletter that explains the website. Of course, now we're going to have to change that newsletter because they changed their website, but you can also access that through there. And I'm done.
Any other questions before we close? No? All right.
Hi, Steve. I have a question in Pahoa.
Yes, please, Barbara.
Hi there.
Hi, thank you, Susan. This is Barbara Lively out in Pahoa in Councilmember Fred Bloss's office.
Hi there.
I just have I just have a couple of questions. First of all, do you have a copy of the PowerPoint, and can we get a copy out here?
Oh, I should.
And-
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I should have mentioned that on the Public Access Room's website, you can go to workshops, and you will be able to access it on that page.
Okay, perfect.
And Barbara,
And the other
we will
thing-
have it on our own website as well soon.
Okay, thanks, Steve. The other thing was, in the beginning, you had mentioned that at your office in the Capitol building, there are computers available to the public.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, are they limited to accessing only the PAR site, or are they able to access other government sites? And then are there any computers on this island for that use, or any plans to have those computers at any state offices on this island for that use? Thank you.
Okay, good question. The public computers at the Public Access Room, they can go to basically any site, although we do keep an eye out for people accessing porn. I've only kicked one guy out for doing that. And so you can use them to access just about anything. Our office is designed for legislative use, but you know, if somebody wants to come in and check their email, we don't have any problem with that. All of the public libraries across the state will have access to those sites as well, and we work real closely with the library systems. And we try to do our public workshops in libraries whenever we can. So any computer will do it that has internet access.
Pal? Thank you very much, Suzanne.
Yeah, you guys are great. Thank you.